Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sheikh Zubair from Wisdom Booth channel and I welcome you all back to our employability skills saga to our next topic, which is your first 90 days or your first day at work. But before we do that, I have certain endorsements and acknowledgements to make. I would like to endorse a woman called Saima from Islamabad, Ahmed from Lahore, and Rashid from Karachi. All three of you, I'm proud of you that you all got jobs, you all got selected, you all got through in your interviews based on the instructions or based on the information which I shared in my previous video. And my heartiest congratulations to all of you in securing your new jobs. So I hope this information which I have provided to all of you is helpful to more people and people like you, and you will share it among all the other people you come across. Now coming to our today's topic, which is your first day, your first 90 days at your new job. अब हम इसको समझते हैं, what is a first day? A first day is same like going to your first day at school. And majority of us, to be honest with you, we don't remember our first day at school. But आप यकीन कीजिए, people who have children, I have children, and other people who have children now, आप कभी उनसे पूछिए how much effort it takes these days to send your kid to your first day at school and how much preparation it requires. The same way, the same specific norms are there for your first day at work. अब उसमें होता क्या? First day at work की सबसे पहली tip जो मैं देना चाहूँगा वो ये है, when you arrive at your work, when you arrive at your new place, one thing which you don't need to do during your whole day or your first 90 days, do not, I repeat, do not be judgmental about anything at all, because it's a new place, it's a new environment, and you don't know anyone there. So rather being judgmental about everything, it will cause you a lot of problems. So with that said and done, rule of the day at your first new job or your first 90 days is stop being judgmental. उसके बाद हम आ जाते हैं, what are those techniques or what are those efforts which as a new employee one should put in to get through in your new job and make employers feel that they have hired the right guy. First thing is, do not dress inappropriately. Dress professionally for your new job. For example, if you don't know what sort of dress code other staff are wearing there, मेरा आपको मशवरा है, आप overdress कर लें. Wear a suit if it's supposed to be, because doing an underdressing rather than doing overdressing is more helpful. Rather you wear something totally wrong. So make sure कीजिए you dress professionally, you dress correct, and you dress I would say, अगर मैं इसको और अच्छे तरीके से करना चाहूँ, dress in a way that everyone feels inspired of the way you've dressed. ठीक है? उसके बाद जो दूसरी चीज हमें करनी है in our new job, in our first day, in first 90 days, is be on time. And when I say be on time, be early. When you are early at your new workplace, उससे फायदा ये होता है, you get to meet the staff who comes early as well. And it leaves a good impression on your employer as well. Yes, the new employee is coming early. He's there before time. And उसमें एक और बड़ी tricky सी बात है हमारे culture में भी and across the world भी, अगर आप उसको समझने की कोशिश करें, वो ये है कि आप early चले गए, and those unofficial discussions with your co-workers, that will be really helpful for you to understand the organizational culture while you're trying to fit in. एक और चीज याद रखने की जरूरत है, in your new job, जितने ज्यादा आप scrutinize होंगे ना, जिसको आपको अंदाजा भी नहीं है, you can't even imagine, because you're new, everybody is thinking a new guy is on the board or a new guy is in the department. So सबसे ज्यादा scrutiny emotionally, body language wise, communication wise, it's yours, आपकी हो रही होगी. So make sure कीजिए कि you're there before time, you dress properly, and उसके बाद when you're there at your new job, majority of the organizations ने आपकी orientation plan की होती है. And when you start your orientation and when you're going through your orientation, make sure कीजिए when you present yourself, you present to a line manager, you present to yourself to a co-worker, you present yourself gracefully and with warmth. Because this is the first meeting, this is the first contact which you will have with the employees of that company. तो जितना warmly आप अपने आप को introduce करेंगे, उतना आपके लिए बेहतर है. So make sure कीजिए when you're going for your orientation or when you're passing through your orientation phase, whoever you meet professionally with a smile and you greet them warmly. ये करने के बाद, while your orientation is going on, make sure कीजिए, do not get into asking some irrelevant questions, which a lot of people do. जिसमें ये होता है, who should I be friends with? Who should I not be friends with? Do not do that. That's a total no-no for anyone joining a new organization. Make your own judgments as the time passes by. Rather, our first day, you're asking your co-workers, please tell me who should I be friends with, who should I not be friends with. That gives a very, very wrong impression to your new employer, to your new boss, to your new co-worker as well. So make sure कीजिएगा कि आप ऐसे सवालात ना करें. अब ये करने के बाद, you've moved on, you've passed some days. One major mistake, do not go for vacations. Do not go for any vacations during your first 90 days. Unless there is an exception. There is an exception of कि आपने plan किया हुआ था. You already informed your employer कि yes, I will be going on certain vacation or a family emergency. Do not go for any vacation in your first 90 days. Also, putting in some extra hours while you are at your new job. For example, you're coming early, you're leaving a bit late. It leaves a very good impression on your manager, on the company, that yes, the person is showing his commitment levels. So make sure कीजिएगा कि आप ये ना इन चीज़ों को follow करें. एक और बहुत बड़ा mistake a lot of newcomers do when they are at their new job is using company's computer for social media, shopping websites. Do not do that unless there is a social media policy. A lot of companies now do have their social media policies in place. Make sure कीजिए कि you read those social media policies and you follow them. क्योंकि अगर हम उसको follow नहीं करते, I've seen a lot of people just getting fired of their new job, just posting something irrelevant in social media on those companies' social media pages. So please avoid कीजिए कि आप कंपनी के सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स या कंपनी में बैठ के सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स को यूज़ करें, या आप किसी शॉपिंग वेबसाइट, ट्रैवल वेबसाइट, एनी अदर वेबसाइट्स, डू नॉट डू दैट. ये करने के बाद एक और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, डूइंग पर्सनल कॉल्स इन योर फर्स्ट 90 डेज. अब इमेजिन करें, आई एम योर मैनेजर और आई एम योर कोवर्कर. You're passing by and every time you're calling home, you're on WhatsApp, you're talking to your friends. Don't do that. Never do that, because it is telling the employer that your level of commitment, your level of sincerity and your level of seriousness towards the job नहीं है. अच्छा, होता क्या है, ये सारी चीज़ें जो मैं do not बता रहा हूँ आपको, इसमें होता ही है बहुत सारी चीज़ें what you get away, जो ignore हो जाती हैं in your past employer, will not get away in your new employer because you have not spent the time, relevant amount of time there. They don't know you. Their culture is different. Their environment is different. So try not to practice those things which you are falling in with your previous employer to the new employer. Please do not do that. इसके बाद एक और चीज़ होती है, extended lunch hours. Ideally, initially, when you're going for your lunch break as a new employee, as a newcomer, try to cut down 5 minutes early so that you come back to your seat, you come back to your desk and you're working. Rather spending more time at lunch and giving an impression to your employer that the person has gone for lunch and hasn't gone. And if there is a confusion, first advice to you would be observe कीजिए. Observe ये करें कि how, what time people go, what time people come back. और अगर वो नहीं है, ask your coworker. Ask your coworker what is the official lunch time and try and maintain that. Try and maintain that lunch hour. Try and maintain that lunch hour timeline. That will actually help you establishing your sustainability in your new job. ये हो गया. इसके बाद एक बहुत बड़ी चीज़ होती है judging your new employee. What are they doing? What are they not doing? You don't know them. They have spent time. उन्होंने वक्त लगाया है उस कंपनी में and they have reached to that certain level. If we as a new employee start judging the new employees or the employer, that gives a wrong impression to everyone, to your teammates, to your co-workers. Do not do that as well. Also, vacation time कब होता है, कब हमें ये चीज़ मिलती है, कब वो मिलता है, when are the bonuses giving, all these questions Either you ask them at the time of your appointment to your HR person, or else with your line manager. Other than that, do not discuss that. Make sure कीजिएगा कि ये आप कभी भी ना करें. With moving forward, as the time passes by, I'm sure people get to know your new co-workers, you become friends, you are getting to know each other more and more work level. एक और चीज़ जो बहुत बड़ी गलती है और बहुत सारे लोग ये करते हैं और ये मैंने करते हुए महसूस भी करी है, do not talk ill about your last employer, last manager, last co-worker. Because it gives a very, very wrong impression about yourself. होता क्या है? If you're talking ill about your last employer, if you're talking ill about your manager, if you're talking about ill about your co-worker, what you are giving me a message as a co-worker, as your boss, as your manager, okay, next time when you go from here, you'll talk ill about this company as well. So this is a very negative impact which you're trying to give to your new employer where you've just started your job. So make sure कीजिए कि आप ये बिल्कुल ना करें. अच्छा, अब आ जाते हैं बहुत कॉमन चीज़ मैंने नोट किया है in your first 90 days. Do not call in sick. Do not call in sick come what may. When I say come what may, let me explain that. Do not call in sick का मतलब ये है if you have flu, if you have fever, if you have whatever, do not call in sick. Rather, fight with your disease, take some medicine, come to work and show level of commitment to your employer. Rather just saying कि मैं नहीं आ सकता, मैं बीमार हूँ. That leaves a very, very wrong impression to your new job. So make sure कीजिएगा कि आप बिल्कुल ना करें. और अगर खुदा ना खास्ता, God forbid, if you really have to do that, मतलब if you are suffering from something really contagious, which is beyond your control और दूसरों को भी लग सकती है, that is the time that you might have to make that call. And when I say make that call, do the call. Do not write in an email, because writing an email gives a very wrong impression or a mixed message, because emails are perceived different, those are words, those are different. And if, for example, आपको वाकई कोई contagious बीमारी हो गई है, for which you really have to call in sick, offer help. Offer an option to work from home as well. वो आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा बेनिफिशियल रहेगा, बहुत फ़ायदा देगा, एंड आपके बॉस के लिए, आपके टीममेट्स के लिए, आपकी कंपनी के लिए will leave a very, very, very good impression. जब ये सारी चीज़ें आप कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है, you have to sit with your line manager, you have to sit in with your boss. I'm sure he would call you as well, but before he calls you, आप उसके पास चले जाएं और उसके पास जाके उसको बोले, boss, let's discuss my first 90-day plan. 90-day plan is very effective for people to have sustainable careers, sustainable growth in their new jobs. Once you develop that 90-day plan with your boss proactively, when I say proactively, before your boss asks you, आप जाके जब उससे बोलेंगे, boss, I need to make my 90 days plan, आप यकीन नहीं करेंगे कि उसका इम्पैक्ट कितना अच्छा होगा. So make sure कीजिए कि आप अपने बॉस के साथ बैठें, अपने बॉस से बैठ के बात करें, उनको कहिए कि let's sit down, what do you want me to do in my first 90 days? Make those interim goals, small milestones, so that you know where you're headed. Do these small things, and I guarantee you, you will all have a sustainable and remarkable career at your new job. With this, I would like to sign out. And thank you all for watching, and thank you all the subscriber and all the amount of fan mail which I've been getting, and all the questions. One thing I want to add here कि आप लोगों के जितने questions emails पे मेरे पास आए हैं, I'm trying my level best to reply to each one of you but with the amount of emails which I'm getting, I'll make sure I reply to the maximum people. Once again, thank you very much for your time, and I hope this learning saga is helping you and helping others, and this will also help you. With this, I would like to sign out.